Alright. So there's all our YouTube settings. Rough.
Oh, sorry.
It's so hard. I'm very frustrated.
Says started 4 seconds ago, but I don't see anything. Thanks, Kim. Wait, something's loading. I have an ad.
Alright.
People in the text.
So we want this.
It's happening!
Do we see ourselves?
Yes,
Okay.
that's
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That's the frickin' your
Yeah, there's
desktop.
the desktop background. Okay.
Oh my god.
That was so hard.
Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah.
Basically just a repeat of last night. I spent like 4 hours just doing the same settings in loop, and then finally it worked all of a sudden. Also, Cammy's here now.
Cammy's the voice of Ruff Blue.
Hi guys. I'm just here to support. I can't really offer any actual assistance.
Oh yeah, also did I mention that we're all sick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have each
Sorry.
taken a turn getting COVID, and now we are all sick. It's sick.
That's why we're here and not at the studio.
Yeah.
I would do a Ruff Blue voice, but it might come out a little bit not as good as it normally does. I'm a little stuffed.
Alright, this is real life. Hi, I'm Max. I'm
What's up? I'm Sean.
co-creator of Danger Dogs. Sean is also really Apartment D is the co-creator of Danger Dogs.
I'm a creative consultant.
We've all played a part. Yeah, and we've all contributed in different ways. Cammy is the voice of Ruff Blue. She was also the voice of Red's little girl.
Oh yeah.
And she was the assistant director for episode 1, which means that she's the only reason it got done loosely on time.
We
Oh,
tried.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, I guess let's.
Okay, yeah, it's loading.
It seems like it's working. Let's we'll just give it a minute for everyone to find the new link, but then we can get this party going.
Oh yeah, Zoe has requested that I get a spray bottle and spritz you guys if you give a spoiler.
Deal.
That's what I said.
It was Rocco's fault.
Okay.
Rocco said it in chat.
That's okay then.
Rocco said a spoiler in chat because he's a bad person.
No, we
He's
love Rocco.
also the art director and production designer of the first 2 episodes of Danger Dogs.
And they're the body actor for the big bad.
Yeah, and he is the big bad. Okay, how do we?
Camera's up here. Chat's over there.
Gotta get the parasocial gaze.
Let's see here.
There.
Why don't the dogs lip sync? The dogs don't lip sync because that's a lot of work, and I think really, honestly, the reason they don't lip sync is because they can't actually communicate. They don't talk. The collars give them the power to communicate, so they can communicate to each other. But I don't necessarily know whether or not Hugo could communicate to his human owners through the collar. I think the dogs can communicate. I think they can communicate with Hunter, but it's almost like a telekinetic communication. It's not like a spoken communication, so that's why they don't lip sync.
Another inspiration for that was the movie Up, where all the dogs have their little voice boxes, and we just thought that was very delightful and wanted to do that.
Do you guys want me to mind the chat while you guys are talking?
Sure.
Is that helpful?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, all help is welcome.
We're figuring it out. It's our first time.
Yeah.
First live stream.
Woo! You gotta give that parasocial gaze. I'm looking at you.
Whoa.
I'm looking at you, Russell Barnt. Barndt? I see you back there. You should be wearing clothes if you're gonna be in the live stream.
Who are you talking to?
Russell.
Oh, okay.
Cedar Paw Animations, eyes on you. Let me see, I saw you ask the question. Will we ever get a corn chip Ruff Yellow face reveal? You know, I think, so every one of these characters has like a story for why they are how they are. You know, why does Pink only show up in a hologram? Why is Blue got so much attitude? And why is Yellow a perfectly normal dog?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a big part of how they're going to unlock their powers going forward is going to be them kind of navigating these things that are holding them back. So each dog's going to get an episode where we kind of peek behind the curtain a little bit.
We have a couple questions about what is the inspiration for our Ruff Danger Dogs.
I think probably the number one inspiration for Ruff Danger Dogs is Chojin Sentai
Chojin
Jetman.
Sentai Jetman.
I mean, really, it's like a love letter to Saturday morning cartoons and especially Power Rangers. But the thing that we really kind of like crystallized around was the series that Power Rangers is based on, which is Super Sentai. And within that series, each season, just like Power Rangers, each season is a whole new series, a whole new story. And Chojin Sentai Jetman was the one that really made us see all the potential for like the stories we could tell in this world.
Chojin Sentai Jetman was kind of our first glimpse into like Super Sentai itself. And in Power Rangers, 5 teenagers with attitude are brought together. They're immediately good. They immediately have pretty good teamwork. But in Jetman, the 5 members kind of get their powers almost randomly and have to come together out of the sense of like needing to protect the world. And a lot of them don't want to do that. Black Condor is just like literally full on like, I'm not part of this team. Yellow Owl also doesn't really want to be part of the team at first. He just wants to, work on his farm. And that just like blew our minds, and we thought it was so cool.
It just creates such like a fun dynamic. Episode 1 of every season of Power Rangers, this is not really true, but like hyperbolically, they're like, hey, we're all new to this and now we're a team, let's go. Whereas Jetman, really, like it was a whole season arc of them just trying to learn to be a team. And I think that really resonated with us a lot.
We've got a couple questions about the dog breeds and who inspired or what kind of characteristic inspired each dog, or real people or real animals.
So,
I'm gonna sit over here.
the dog breeds are definitely, it kind of all, I think, originated because I have an Irish setter named Hugo. Irish setters are red. Character is always the leader of a Power Rangers team, so it was like a very obvious fit. I knew I kind of wanted like an Abed from Community character that gave like meta narrative on what was happening. So I really was like, okay, what's like a super anime dog? And there were a few options. People think of like a Shiba Inu, but I just thought like a Corgi as a reference to Cowboy Bebop was like a really great fit. For Ruff Blue, I was just like, what is the prissiest looking dog?
The fanciest.
And it was definitely a King Charles Spaniel. For Yellow, a boxer, the natural fit. And then for Ruff Black, we haven't really revealed their dog breed yet. They don't really look like their dog breed because their fur is all matted down from years of living on the streets. But our concept artist, Jonathan Peartree, when he was kind of like first figuring out with me what Black would look like, he drew this one design that if you kind of like dig around, you'll see it on the internet. And I was like, oh my god, that's Black. But if she was like matted down, she has like a little rat tail from living on the street. So if you find that, there's art out there that represents what Black would really look like. But I'm not going to spoil what that breed is.
People asking if Hugo is here.
Hugo's not here. So I'm actually at Sean and Cammie's place where they have cats. But because they have cats, I didn't bring a dog. But I was like so close to being like, oh, this has to be like the Hugo stream.
Oh man, with Hugo here is delightful.
Yeah.
Hugo really likes watching TV with everyone also.
The next time we do a live stream, 2 things will happen. 1, it'll start on time. And 2, Hugo will be there.
Are there any headcanons about the characters that might not be in the series?
That's interesting. We're still like in a place where things are so malleable that like things start as headcanons and that's what makes it into the series.
Yeah.
Like obviously I don't really think it's a spoiler that there's some like love triangle vibes going on between blue, red, and black. And that started kind of like somewhere between like a headcanon between us and also kind of like a fan theory. Like way early, like 2024, people were like, oh man, these guys are totally gonna date. And that kind of got us thinking, and that got people thinking. So it's been cool to kind of like write, like in a way, like the audience is the writer's room. Like it's been cool to work with the audience and kind of like share ideas, and that's how the series has grown.
From a fellow indie creator, I wanted to know how you create a voice for your character. I find it pretty hard to create a voice for your character.
I think it is very hard. I think I started by, I think not fully on purpose. These characters are based off of like us, the Apartment D team. Like we have all basically assigned ourselves a dog, and it's like a little too accurate. I think advice that I was given early on is like you have to write what you know. So like when I think of like Ruff Red and their decisions or their challenges, I think of myself. And then I kind of built a team of my friends, and obviously they're not like perfect one-to-one representations. But like if you ever get Sean talking about any nerdy subject and he will talk to you for 45 minutes when you have like a 10-second question.
Literally Ruff Pink.
Yeah, like Pink's whole personality was based on this one quirk of Sean's.
What's your favorite character?
That's so hard.
I think it changes every episode. Episode 1, I was like, Ruff Red, the protagonist, let's go. Episode 2, it wasn't until the episode was done that I was like, Pink is actually hilarious in this episode. It was really cool getting to work with our voice actor, this guy Noah Tunes. Episode 1, I think we were all kind of learning how to do this. And episode 2, like, we hit something special, and he just crushed it. Like, he did such a good job. Like, I didn't even realize how good of a job he had done until we started, like, cutting audio together, and I was like, wait, this is, like, amazing, actually.
My favorite in episode 1, it wasn't supposed to be a Mochi line originally, where at the end he says, "Oh man, what are we gonna do now?" We had Blue saying that at first, and had some like different variations. And during the recording session, we're like, let's see, maybe Pink should like say this. And Noah just like crushed it, and like the energy was totally there, and we're like, yeah, that's Mochi.
And my favorite is Ruff Blue. Duh, she's the best. When will the series end?
So we talked in the failed live stream from earlier today about wanting to do like at least like a 12 episode arc. I have like a tight 12 episode arc, but then I've thought of like seasons. So it could be more, or it could be 12 episodes, or we might go broke and then it'll be 3 episodes. Time will tell.
Fingers crossed, 53 episodes, like a Super Sentai season.
I don't know that anybody needs that. But I do think, at the end of the day, it's just gonna, if our fans want to be along for the ride, like, hopefully we'll be able to make it as long as you guys want to see it,
Harkening back to a 10-second question that gets a 45-minute answer, can you guys talk a little bit about the show art style? What is that inspired by?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like the beginning of Apartment D was founded on Sean having this like really great graphic 2D style. He was like a 2D animator. Well, I mean, you've kind of always been mixed media, but in school you did a lot of 2D animation.
Totally.
And it was always like a style that like literally could only exist on paper. And so our early films were all about me trying to interpret these graphic 2D characters into 3-dimensional objects. So like in 2014, if you go to like I guess they're on our YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
There's like Party Ghosts and X-Mechs. Or like
Merry X-Mechs.
And the puppets in both of those are like meant to feel like graphic, like almost 2D characters. Like if you squint your eyes, they could be 2D and you wouldn't realize. And I've just like always really loved that aesthetic. I think it's fun and gets really like clean, clear visuals. So fast forwarding to Danger Dogs, I really wanted to push that further. And again, it was like almost immediate. So our friend Jonathan Peartree has his own short. I don't know if he's on YouTube, but you can find it on his Vimeo, called Laser Pointer, I think.
Yeah, from Titmouse 5 Second Night.
Yeah, and it's like you can see it's a cat chasing a laser pointer, and it's 2D animation, And you can see like the same design language in that as you do in Danger Dogs. I think that was my goal. So that was really the goal, was like to have this like clean, almost 2D in nature aesthetic that I really want to do a better job of pushing. But all that is to say that we worked with JP and very specifically wanted to base the style on the work of this artist, Steven Silver. Steven Silver has like basically designed the worlds of Fairly Odd Parents, Kim Possible, Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom, there's a building.
Danny Phantom's super cool.
Yeah, there's a building in Danger Dogs that is literally just a building from Danny Phantom.
And on set, we just called that Danny Phantom.
Yeah, we literally
we had names for all the buildings as we were shuffling them around.
Yeah, it's like, move Danny Phantom over here. So if you look at those shows, there's like distinct characteristics that we tried to pull in, but broadly it's like trying to bring a 2D aesthetic to stop motion.
Let me find the chat again. Oh my god. Okay, I'm here. I've been shirking my duties, but so I'm in the chat, not as Apartment D, just as my normal self, and I'm going to be dropping relevant links, so keep your eyes there. Also, if you have any issues, let us know there. We have a question from Johnny Niddle, our very own composer. Hi, Johnny. Everybody go give Johnny a follow. He is the best.
Yeah, Johnny's our composer for all the music of Ruff Ruff Danger Dogs. Johnny basically defined the sound of Ruff Ruff Danger Dogs.
Truly.
And without him, it would not be Ruff Ruff Danger Dogs.
He is our good friend and a good person. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny asks, what has been the biggest change since you first came up with the show concept? We've told this story before, but it's a good one.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
What are you thinking of?
I
think we're thinking of different things.
I think we're...
You tell the safe for work story.
Oh, okay. No, so what I was gonna say was the two biggest changes to me were the bad guys. Originally the Void Dynasty didn't exist like around the Kickstarter. We're like, there's the Danger Dogs, and they fight like things dogs would fight. Like, I don't know, like a vacuum cleaner monster and like a big flea monster. And after the Kickstarter, we started talking story a bunch, and the Void Dynasty kind of like congealed into existence. Thank you. And I'd say the other one is Ruff Ruff Yellow's design. Because like very early on, Max, I remember like, we had most of the dogs figured out.
Parasocial.
Oh yeah. We had most of the dogs figured out, and you're like, okay, here's like pitch for Ruff Ruff Yellow. We're like, wild, but okay, let's do it. And so at first they had more of like a kind of Trojan horse build, where it was gonna be almost like just a solid cardboard piece that would wiggle around.
Yeah, if I can interrupt. Yeah, basically, all the dogs obviously, oftentimes they move like toys. They're just like doop 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 doop. So I was like, okay, Ruff Ruff Yellow can be like the most extreme version of this. They'll just be like a cardboard box in the shape of a dog, and there's a character inside this box that you don't even see any of, rattling the box around. So the other dogs would still move like this, but it'd be like a character would move, but they move like something's rattling around in them. But then again, like our character designer JP just did such an amazing job that we're like, okay, it has to be this.
Yeah, JP's first sketch of Ruff Ruff Yellow,
like right out the gate,
and like it was like I remember there was some amount of time where we're kind of pondering it, and Max brought the sketch in and was like, okay, so this is totally different than everything we've been thinking about, but what about this? And yeah, it just Ruff Ruff Yellow's design just has so much life to it.
Yeah.
But so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's also a not safe for work story, which I guess, I don't know if there are kids here, so maybe you'll have to go to our Patreon to learn that one.
For another time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the simplified version of that answer was, at first we thought this was going to be like a raunchy adult animated series, but then we realized like, oh, we're not funny like that. We're really, really earnest, and the things that we make are extremely earnest and heartfelt, and that doesn't always play super well in adult animation, and that's when we realized like, oh, we want to make a Saturday morning cartoon. Like, we don't really want to make late night animated comedies.
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants to pay us to make that, in which case, let us know. But
I saw one person ask just like how they, besides like money and sharing it, how they can support us. And I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier, like being in conversation with our audience has kind of been the most powerful part of making this series, both in terms of like emotionally supporting us, but also that's like you are our writer's room. By working with you, with an active audience, we've come up with some of the ideas that have created this show. You know, like, what, you know, I would say like YouTube obviously is where we post the episodes, but Instagram's kind of where we like have Instagram and like Patreon, I would say, are like where we kind of like have the ongoing conversation.
Totally.
So like it's in those comments that we get ideas.
And seeing what's resonating with people, what kind of like characteristics are rising to the top in people's fan art and fan fictions and stuff like that. Like seeing what aspects of each character you guys are drawn to is really important to us.
Yeah.
And really influences like what we like focus on.
Oh.
Oh, you can put the chat up there. Nice.
Should I do that?
Is it gonna distract you guys?
The chat's also here.
I want to read the chat. Hold on.
Max gains power from reading people's nice comments.
It's so
It
true.
fuels him.
Yeah, there it goes.
Anyway, new question. Do you have any tips for indie show creators on YouTube?
Yeah,
I think we're still learning, honestly.
Yeah.
But we'll share anything that we've learned thus far.
I totally see now why like professional YouTubers will have like a whole giant monitor just for comments, because I'm like reading these tiny comments and I'm like, I can't even read. You know, I think what we've learned pretty quickly is that kind of what the audience wants from the show is different than like what we necessarily set out. It's not different from what we set out to make, but like what we are making has evolved based on what the audience wants to see. Like, you know, the first 2 episodes have been like non-stop action, and Cammy was the one who was like, as a fan of anime, like my favorite episodes are the quieter episodes where we get to spend time with the characters. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And then, like, honestly, when I look at, like, the analytics of, like, how the episodes have performed, the analytics support that message. So, like, I think you have to... I mean, it depends, right? Like, if you're just putting your personal art out there so that you can enjoy making it, you don't need to listen to anybody. But, like, we're trying to make a show that can gain an audience and gain traction and help us make future things, too. And so I think it, like, behooves us to listen to the audience and adapt the show so we can build our following and bring more things to them.
And I think on that point, it's also like you know, stop motion. Oh yeah, that's Hugo. You know, stop motion itself is a very like community-oriented art form. Like, you know, it's totally possible for one artist to do everything, but there's this magic of collaboration. And with Danger Dogs, like, you know, I guess with any indie thing, like collaborating with the audience, you know, the like storytellers and audience, like there's some kind of magic there. So really tapping into that is a lot of fun.
I saw one question, are we basing this, or was any of it based on 101 Dalmatian Street? And actually, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, I listed out the big inspirations.
Sorry.
I told you already, we are literally all sick at the same time right now.
Yay.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short is yes, a big part. We have based a lot on 101 Dalmatian Street. We have like gags that we want to do that really come from that show that we haven't done yet, but I think are going to be showing up in episode 3.
Oh yeah, there's
Wild Arms.
Wild Arms.
Episode 3 is the Wild Arms episode.
This isn't a spoiler. I don't consider it a spoiler. Stop me if it is. But there's a shot that I've wanted just like since we started like doing this idea of Mochi typing on his keyboard, and we have just like, you know, the Mochi puppet here, and then his little paws just going crazy. I think it would be so adorable.
This is a question that kind of 2 people have asked. One, so do we ever make references to anything? Are there any Easter eggs that we're willing to point out from the first 2 episodes?
I would say deeply.
We have thought way too much about the lore of the show. There's like some stuff in episode 1 that I spent probably longer on than I should have, because it goes very quick. But
the episode came out late.
Episode came out late. And episode 2, there's a lot of like
I think you can
little
call
Easter eggs.
at least a couple things.
Well, so like the
I don't know, whatever.
yeah, the one thing in episode 1
Just
is
a little taste.
the montage that Hugo sees when he's like, the collar first goes onto him, and there's a bunch of stuff flashing in his eyes. There's some super cool stuff in there.
Oh yeah, that is significant. None of those are accidental.
Yeah, none of those are random.
Yeah, but reference-wise, are there any references to like other anime or other series that you would be willing to share from the first 2?
Actually,
episode 2 is very much Attack on Titan.
With
all the like ropes and stuff and the swirling and the twirling and the moving camera, like we very specifically wanted to reference Attack on Titan for that one.
Yeah, Attack on Titan, Mochi Clone Jutsu's Naruto.
Yeah, of course.
The transformation sequences, they're very magical girl-like, but those are actually a direct reference to the show Juko B-Fighter, which is what Big Bad Beetleborgs was based on.
Which, like, if you were not born in the 90s, you have no idea what that is.
Yeah, Big Bad Beetleborgs is just, like, totally buck wild. Juko B-Fighter, a friend got me into the show last year, and it's really, really good. It's one of the last in the Metal Heroes franchise. I think, like, maybe the second or third to last of that franchise. And the visual effects are, like, super cool. The story's also really fun. So yeah, highly recommend checking that out. But
this is Sean going full pink. Ruff pink right now.
I'm gonna rapid fire some quick answers. Do we make action figures? We would like to. We're starting with the Ruff Yellow plushie. Moving forward from there, if we get enough fan engagement and like interest, we would absolutely love to make action figures of everything.
Yeah, wait, so literally my dream is to make action figures with their costumes and their swords and all of that. Like, that is, like, it's a Saturday morning cartoon, you gotta have the toys.
Mm.
But what I've learned is action figures are way more expensive to make than plushies, so that's why we're starting with plushies. But if you support us with the plushies, it'll just help us get to the action figures.
Mm.
And straight up in chat, if you want to see action figures, please let me know, because I need that positive reinforcement to get us there.
If this was rated with a letter rating, G, PG, PG-13, what would it be rated?
Probably either, basically whatever Power Rangers is rated, I think. Either TVPG or TVY7. I don't know.
I would assume it's Y7 because
I feel like Y7.
They like punch things.
Yeah, they punch things and like it gets dark sometimes.
Which Y7 is like PG.
I get
PG-13.
Yeah, definitely not PG-13. Definitely up from G, below PG-13.
My like dream for this series, and I would never compare us to these things, but like it's to be able to do what like Avatar: The Last Airbender did or Adventure Time did, which again, I'm not comparing the quality of this show to those shows.
No.
But it's just the fact that those shows, like, they were made for like a 7 to 11 demographic, but like really they're like 7 and up. Like, I literally like showed my wife Avatar: The Last Airbender as like a litmus test for whether or not we should keep dating, because it's just so amazing. We watched it in like our like late 20s and still loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk? This is from our friend No the Robot. Hello.
I know.
What's up?
The animation is so much fun. Can you talk about your approach to the Sakuga action / fight shots?
So, I almost want to. Maybe we like. Can we bring it up?
Well, we can jump ahead. We'll come back in.
Also, somebody asked, when I shout encouragement at the screen, can the dogs hear me? Yes, we feel it every
absolutely.
time.
Oh yeah, literally.
We feel the reverberations.
So, there's this scene that comes up here that is like emblematic of everything I wanted to do with this series, basically. The whole like Attack on Titan sequence. Basically, we want our shows to feel like anime, and a big signature piece of anime is having that like unlocked camera that can swirl around with the anime action. Which is a lot harder to do in stop motion because you have to move a physical camera around. So this whole scene here, the way we pulled it off basically was I kind of developed this idea for episode 1, and the big fight scene in episode 1 is like the perfect example of it, where to make the camera feel like it can swirl around, we actually have the set able to pivot, and the camera can more or less stay still, so that the set swirls around the camera. And then by like making the camera go up and down or zooming in with our zoom lens, you get that like full feeling of like totally unlocked camera. Yeah. There's like a great scene. Do you remember where in Attack on Titan that moment is? Where he's like going through the streets and ooh, wow, that probably sounded terrible. Sorry. Where he's like going through the streets and he like pops up.
That's the scene in I think it's like season 3 when Levi is running from Kenny. That scene's incredible.
But we like literally watched that scene and we're like, how do we do that in stop motion? So if you watch this, you'll see like the whole set is being spun around on a Lazy Susan, like a giant spinning disc. And then the camera just is zoomed in, and our cameras are on a geared head. So you can spin these little knobs to move it just a little bit to get it to track along with the action. So that's like how we did that whole Attack on Titan sequence. And then this moment where Black wakes up and fights Red. It's the same idea. This building is on a Lazy Susan, and then we actually took a 360 photograph of our set so that the background could spin with the building.
Yeah.
So that's how we do that.
Yeah, the 360 photo I remember was it's something like because we've done a couple projects with the trying to like get the spinning disc to work, and on Danger Dogs episode 1, we took a 360 photo for the first time and tried it in that one shot with Yellow and Blue fighting the Revoker, and we're like, oh, this works way better than we thought. And so for this, we used the 360 camera really purposefully all throughout the episode. And yeah, it lands so good.
And I think ultimately from like a mindset standpoint is just assume that you can do it and don't try to over-engineer it. Like I think a lot of things that a lot of times people get bogged down with like, it looks so hard, like oh, I can't even start until I know exactly how to perfectly execute it. Like you just have to start assuming you can do it and not getting too bogged down with like making it perfect. Like just start trying and you'll figure it out from there. Like it's not very exciting advice, but don't get, too bogged down.
Yeah.
When will the dogs get their like Zords?
They have to earn it.
Yeah, that was I guess another inspiration for the series is Digimon. We have talked a lot about at first we were like, when do they get their Zords? They're definitely getting Zords. But like the ultimate forms in Digimon, they have to earn them through character development. And so those will be happening, but no spoilers.
Yeah.
A question that I want to answer from chat is the robot 3D printed? So, yes and no. Let me see what Zoe is yelling at me about.
Okay.
So the no part of it is that the like skeleton of the robot is a Gundam model kit. We took I think it's the Razor. What is it, like Razor X? Razor 00, I want to say?
I think so.
Yeah. So we took a Razor 00 Gundam model kit. And the robot from the first episode and the second episode are both the same Gundam kit. But then we 3D printed all of these custom parts to kind of like augment it into our original character. So basically, really just like kind of the core skeleton is a Gundam. In the first episode, we took the Gundam and we flipped it upside down. So the legs are the arms and the arms are the legs. That's why he's like kind of big and wide. And then we 3D printed all these parts. And what we very quickly learned in the first episode is that Gundam model kits are not the same as stop motion puppets. And that thing basically immediately fell apart, and then we had to like limp along through the whole series trying to like hold it together so we could finish. So in episode 2, honestly, like a big part of why our robot transforms is just so we could like build a new puppet. So instead of being big and broad, we flipped the Gundam right side up, and made a bunch of new parts, but we still tried to kind of pull from the same elements that we thought stood out about that original robot.
There's a question about the little alien robot dog at the end of the show. That's Hunter. We have not officially referred to Hunter as Ruff Green. Their name is just Hunter thus far, from what we've shared.
Yeah, that's Hunter.
That's Hunter.
Hunter's super adorable.
We're getting some feedback that our audio sounds a little bit off. Is that happening for all of you guys out there?
Yeah, is it getting echoey? Why is this?
Oh, I think it's hit the keyboard there.
Yay. Oh, who's the pretty girl in the back? That's me. I'm Cammy. I'm the voice of Ruff Blue. And I'm also one of the partners at Department D and a creative collaborator on the story of Ruff Danger Dogs. I do a lot of the dogs' like emotional backstories and emotional motivations.
They say yes, echo.
No! It's not unbearable. Thank you for that.
Why would there be an echo?
One sec.
Maybe it happened when you hit the microphone. Did we change the record space?
Could it be picking up off of like multiple mics or something?
No, it's only this mic.
What happens if we mute this mic?
Maybe that fixed it?
I would love to do a Hunter plushie eventually.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, look, my dream is to make fun toys out of all these things so that people and kids can feel like they're playing along with the story. And like literally that is how we'll be able to fund more episodes. You know, my goal is that we make toys, those toys help us make more shows, and it can kind of keep building until it feels like Power Rangers, where there's like every version of every toy, and now Batman gets a jetpack, and you know, I don't know. I would love to push those limits. I saw earlier, like, will they get vehicles? Because like there were Power Ranger series where they get vehicles, and I like kind of super want to do like a vehicle season. It probably wouldn't happen in the first 12 episodes, but if we did more, there'd be like the vehicles season.
Would we pitch our show to Hulu or something? That's something we've thought about. Currently, we're not planning on doing that. We want to keep control over this as much as possible and keep it kind of in-house as much as possible. Also, it's kind of hard to trust large studios, large networks at this time, just with so many mergers. You never know what's going to happen to your show, if it's going to get canned for a tax write-off or something. So it feels safer to bet on ourselves and trust that our audience is going to be there for us to support the show and get it to the people who are going to love it.
Yeah, I think like just kind of building off of what Cammy said, like right now, Hollywood is like kind of a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
Shows get canceled. You may have heard like Cartoon Network doesn't even exist anymore. To me, the way we guarantee that we get to keep making it is by making it ourselves. And also, like, we know so many artists who are out of work right now. So making this ourselves is the way we get these artists back to work.
We'll wait for Sean to answer about how we accomplish the Ruff Pink. Will there ever be a collab between Ruff Danger Dogs and other similar web series? We'd love that. That would be super cool. It's one of the cool things about starting Ruff Danger Dogs and starting to get more involved in the indie animation space has been meeting other indie animation creators from YouTube, like our friend No the Robot. We just recently met in real life for the first time, and we've been watching their stuff for forever and being like, who the heck is this guy? Their work is amazing. Like, we gotta meet them. Max has been able to meet a lot of friends from YouTube, and like obviously a lot of our platforms started because we were on the Game Grumps 10-minute Power Hour, and which led to our collaboration with NSP for many music videos for them. So we would love to continue doing that stuff with Ruff Danger Dogs specifically. Yeah. Let's see what else.
Yes, Makeshift will send you the plushie when it's done. I talked about this, maybe it was in the previous stream, but basically, now that we've like met our what was it called? They had to the thing they had to do where they paid $2. They had to
Pledge.
Yeah, so now that we met our pledge goal, we go into about a month of like R&D of them figuring out how best to build the Ruff Yellow plushie. And then once they've built it, they'll send us like a test version, and everybody will know because we'll post it online and try to get everybody hyped so they can see what it's really going to look like. And then from there, it takes like 2 to 3 months for them to manufacture all of them. And during that time, anybody who didn't get in on the pledge can still order one. And then finally, at the end of the whole process, they'll send all the plushies out to everybody.
Sean, there was a question that we need your expertise for.
Yeah.
Is how do we do Ruff Pink? Is it just editing, or is it a mix of editing and a model? How do we accomplish that signature mochi look?
Mochi is a physical model. We filmed all of his scenes on green screen. When it's his head moving around or him in different poses, those are the actual Mochi puppet. I think we have I want to say 4 Mochi puppets prepped. He's only been a hologram, so his puppet is basically spotless still. The hologram effect is actually a really old mix of After Effects techniques. I think it's this effect called Venetian blinds, tritone, and then 2 others. And then I have the Red Giant Universe plugin to do the hologram jitter that goes on every now and then. It's fairly lo-fi, which feels very good for Mochi also.
Yay!
How do you guys feel about us actually playing the episode and talking about
Oh
it?
yeah. Let's watch this episode.
Last 2 questions. Is Aaron from Game Grumps going to voice anything? Not currently, but the future is vast. And
There was definitely a world where we thought Ruff Pink should be Aaron.
Yeah.
But we didn't want this to feel like it was an extension of the Game Grumps universe, And we had worked the most closely with Dan, so it kind of made sense for us to really just go with Dan. And but there's no reason that we wouldn't work with Aaron in the future. It'd be so cool.
That'd be so cool. There's a particular character that we've talked a lot about behind the scenes. It'd be very fun to work with Aaron on. We'll get there when we get there.
Just do you want to finish up the last couple questions that have been in the chat?
Sure.
Okay. So can fans contribute to the show in any way with character designs or joke ideas or anything like that? I would say we're not necessarily accepting those in an official capacity, but we're always happy for fan art, and we're always happy to receive suggestions. It's just not necessarily an official contribution, but we like seeing what you guys like seeing, and we like hearing about what you would like to see. So we definitely take all fan art and suggestions into account. So I think that is where we're at right now.
And we've got our fan art wall that is very, very inspiring.
Yes, yeah. Every piece of fan art we've ever received, every physical piece of mail, is up in our hallway, and we look at it every day, and it keeps us going. How does Cornship protect their cardboard armor from the rain, and when are we getting Cornship-centered episode? I don't think Cornship goes out into the rain unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah, they don't like the rain.
They don't like the rain. They're not a water
Or really
fan.
any water, yeah.
Yeah, they're not a big fan. Some dogs just are land dogs. And then when are we getting a Cornship-centered episode? Hopefully, as we continue with the season, each dog is going to get their own emotional origin story centered episode. When Blue does, you'll all see. You'll all understand why I love her. But soon is the answer. So. All right. Ready for the episode?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Should we have quiet volume?
We'll test it out.
Let's see.
Whenever you're ready.
I will say also, for the last few comments about Aaron and Dan, Aaron was super supportive and helped Dan do the voice record for episode 2 from their home record setup. So Aaron's so supportive of Dan being part of this, and it's really wonderful to have them with us on it.
Literally, Dan's Ep 1 VO was recorded in the Game Grumps space.
Should turn the volume up on this a little bit. It's going through the microphone.
It's going through the microphone?
Yeah. It's a whole setup thing.
Look, the desktop audio.
No. It's but see, that's turned off.
You guys ready? Let's do this.
Well,
Excuse me? Just
all right. We're gonna be live.
Just tell
figuring
us
this
if
out.
the audio's bad. Just tell us, and we'll lower it or raise it or whatever. It's meant to sit in the background.
Hearing echoes from our voices.
Yeah. That is some deep lore.
Yeah, that's a lore that I have no reference to. That's a Sean question.
Wait. Ooh, I think he would. I will say though, I haven't seen a whole lot of Gozyurger yet. So I need to get on that. Right now, I've been watching through Power Rangers in Space, and then I want to watch through Denji Sentai Mega Ranger after that. So the newest season of Super Sentai is on my list, but yeah, usually I wait for Sentai seasons to be totally aired, so I can just like rocket through them.
I wonder if we're just echoing off of this.
It could be. We'll work on the acoustics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Yellow, we need a plan before we go.
It's like, yeah, this first gag. So at the end of episode 1, you know, the monster grows, and we just cheated it growing in VFX because we didn't have like a way to really make it grow. But then in episode 2, all these buildings in the background are like miniature buildings to make him look really big. So the foreground element of the dogs is like a separate element put on top. But then we wanted this to really feel like a single cohesive scene, so we built like a giant robot leg to make that happen.
Yeah, it's like enormous.
Yeah, it was super fun. And so then this is like the giant robot leg again with the normal sized buildings. And all of the yellow smears are just actual paper in frame.
Aw, poor Yellow.
Don't worry, Yellow. I got this. Good boy, tail swipe attack.
Oof.
How's the sound?
Other than the echo, how's the sound for everyone?
The show sound.
Oh no!
That was a silly gag too. To cut between like where is it? To cut between this guy's foot and the big foot, we just held up this piece of paper. This is literally just a
It's
piece
literally
of
just
paper
black paper.
being held in the foreground.
Oh no! I have to.
Show was quiet but easy to hear you over. Thanks, Johnny.
Yay! That's the goal.
This part's cool. Black was stop motion animated, but the robot is live action, so we layered those two on top of each other.
This is also the same robot from the first episode, so what you can't tell is that it is actively falling apart while we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's why the leg fucking breaks there.
The foot snapping,
Not
was
on purpose.
Not on purpose, but when we were doing the editing, it's like, nah, that robot's going down.
I'm Hugo. Hi.
Yellow's pose there is very funny.
I'm sorry. I thought I could take it. I meant by name. Move! Here!
Oh man, big bad time.
Hugo had to earn his plot armor. That's why he doesn't have it from the beginning.
The Void siblings are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Revoker is...
So the V1 was just like a Gundam model kit, but the V2 we upgraded with an actual armature, which made a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna turn up just a little bit.
Now, Steel. I'm sure he simply hoped to bring them to us to make amends for his
Oh man,
long
the
sleep.
mysterious void fog.
That's right. You still haven't found the prisoner yet, have you?
I've got everything to it.
What I love is that every big, at least for episodes 1 and 2, every big bad scene is such a dramatic escalation.
When we first watched this scene in its complete put together, I was just like,
The Void
this is
Dynasty does not
insane.
tolerate
It feels It totally works in the vibe of the show, but it also
the next
definitely
time
feels
you
like a
hear from us,
completely
it will
different
be
show.
great. And that will be the last voice you ever hear.
Yeah, sorry that people are probably still in the previous live stream just waiting for it to start. I apologize.
We're still learning. Yeah! Transformation time! The shot is so cool.
Yeah, you will see my jaw. What now?
Who is the prisoner is a great question.
No spoilers.
We have not revealed that.
Stay tuned for more.
Yeah. Very Gurren Lagann included.
Very much. Okay, wait. Actually, so a fun fact. Sorry, I got to go rough pink for a moment. So when we were working with the animator who did the shot, we showed them not Gurren Lagann obviously, but it's also from a series called I think The Mighty Braves, or maybe it's just The Braves. This character Captain Shark, who is a shark that turns into a pirate robot, and this is a direct reference to Captain Shark.
Whatever.
Hey, where'd you guys go? You totally ditched me back there. You can't. Oh, you came back. I didn't think you would after I
Wait a minute, you know each other?
What? Am I supposed to just
Sound
watch you get my
effects
city destroyed? You're in my territory, and I don't need
Yeah.
backup.
The big bad is
Excuse
very
me?
stubborn,
Come on,
and he's a bit of a
bro, this is
meathead,
destiny.
so it takes him a while to learn
I
his
chose
lessons.
you. We're a team.
Wait, I'd like to just really crank up the auto here, because Johnny, I love what you did with Mochi's team in this moment.
This is destiny. The collar chose you. We're a team.
A team?
That moment's so funny.
You're too afraid to even be here. And you. Dogs are supposed to be tough, not reckless.
Mute mic.
But you wouldn't know anything
Oh,
about that,
so when that's
would you?
What? I'm tough.
You're not a team.
What's your problem? My family's in danger. I'm not giving up. We can do this together.
The character dynamics will be revealed in all due time.
There is
Yeah, and the bad guys, the other bad guys, I think at this point they're gonna stay important.
Oh yeah.
They're so cool. I'm
They're-
obsessed with them.
They're here to mess stuff up and torment both the Danger Dogs and our big bad.
Oh, cool. Johnny says the team chorus is from Noah's other 10 records of that line.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Incredible.
That is so good.
Oh, a fun fact for that shot, of the big bad wearing the Danger Dogs t-shirt, that wasn't originally filmed for this commercial. We were filming the big bad in episode 1, and Rocco was like, hey, give me a t-shirt real quick. And he put it on as the big bad and just started dancing and vibing. So we have a lot of really fun footage of the big bad rocking the t-shirt.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, Black was really mean to Yellow in that scene. She's definitely
That was
lashing
super
out,
mean.
and it's not okay. It's not a nice thing to say to people, nor a good way to behave. We do not condone her behavior in that scene.
Black's got a lot of emotional development to go through.
Yes. Yeah, there's not a roll call yet because the team's not fully assembled, and there isn't an intro yet because we just haven't built up enough to make a solid intro song. But as the series progresses and matures, we're hoping to add those elements in as we go. But hey, we got close to a roll call this time. We got 3 transformations in this episode.
Where's Yellow?
In the same way that they gotta earn their Zords, they gotta earn their roll call.
Yeah. We're hoping
Aw,
to do
poor
more
chick.
and more. Dude,
Stay out of my
those
way.
shots of Yellow being hurt wreck me.
Yeah,
I
so
basically
sad.
was like, I want to make people cry with this episode.
And actually, as we were making this, real life Hugo had broken his foot, and he was
Yeah.
walking around in a little cast. So it's very much art imitates life.
Yeah.
Black is very cool. She's got a lot of redeeming qualities. She's just not behaving the best.
Yeah, we just haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. I love what's in there.
My fingers so easily.
Oh, snap! Oh, that shot's so cool. This is maybe one of my favorite live action shots we've done so far.
Yeah.
It's really great.
That was crazy. Oh no!
Well, dead end. Great. Now,
I love this little moment that's coming up when Blue and Yellow get to be friends. Oh god, if Danny DeVito wants to be in the show,
Oh, that would be amazing.
he could be the voice of Royal.
We,
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
we did like an April Fool's that Ruff Black would be Danny DeVito, and my cousin started texting me, "How did you get Danny DeVito?" And I was like, it is April 1st.
We'll probably see the human again. We don't know yet. We'll see.
The girl?
Yeah, she's not forgotten. She's still very important to Red, and he still really wants to figure out how to get to her.
Yeah, she'll be back.
We are probably not going to do t-shirts with the voice actors' faces on them, just because the voice actors have not necessarily signed up to become merch at this point.
Yeah.
So,
It's not really about them, it's about the characters they're playing.
yeah.
You all gave me the boost I
But
needed.
hey, if we ever get big enough to go to like SDCC and have a panel, maybe we'll
Oh,
have
that'd be cool.
headshots that they'll sign.
Yeah. And yeah, those impact frames, that moment where the robot swats Black, we worked with our animator so thoroughly to help him execute this really epic crash.
Who was this one? Was this Ferran?
This
Yeah,
is
this is
from.
Ferran.
Yay, that's our friend Ferran.
Yeah.
Also, hi,
Oh, so
Zoe.
cool.
Zoe's Trope Studios is Zoe. She's our social media manager. If you like any memes or any posts we make on socials, it's all because of Zoe. So go support her and her web series, which is very cool and nice and awesome.
Yeah.
Can you believe that people live stream for 8 hours a day?
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
Probably got a lot better setup than us. I need a little soda dispenser of different
I was gonna
beverages.
say, yeah, they always have a
here.
little fridge.
Yeah, I understand why.
You'll know we've really made it when we have a refrigerator next to the live stream setup. That'll never happen. Actually, for designing Pink's room for episode 3,
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
Looking up streamer setups.
That's a
obviously
great
Pink
idea.
is gonna have a Twitch streamer setup.
Mm.
So now I'm well versed in what it takes to have a real setup.
Let's
We
go.
can beta test it when we
Meanwhile, when I write episodes of Danger Dogs, I'm sitting on a kitchen table in my den, getting hunchback syndrome every time.
We operate from a scarcity mindset sometimes. We're like, we won't spend time to make our stuff nice because we're like, no, it's never going to be nice. It would never be. These transitions. Yellow's little head flips
yeah.
and rowdy. It's just so cute.
I saw somebody asking about tips on becoming a writer. I just read the books about writing and then did what the books told me.
The Paul said shit is so funny.
Oh,
His little giggle at the end.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Originally, we had a different line there. He was like, "I'm the corgi of justice," and we were talking about that's not really working. And so the giggle is actually an outtake, but it is so pure and perfect for Mochi.
Yeah, it's just
Noah
Noah's
genuinely laughing.
his actual giggle.
A really fun fact about this drawing that Mochi did. Behind the scenes, it's illustrated by one of our friends, Robin Stanford. And so she drew the Mochi doodles as Mochi drawing doodles of himself in his costume. So to do that, she took off her glasses, drew with her non-dominant hand wearing an oven mitt.
I
That's
did not
incredible.
know that.
Yeah.
That is so Robin coding.
It's amazing. It's so cool.
What inspired you guys to make the main characters be dogs? I think it's Hugo. It's all because
I think
of
Hugo, yeah.
Well, no, also because of the origin.
Yeah. The origin that you have to go to Patreon to read because it's not safe for work. It's not that unsafe, but you know. They will. So, I mean, I'll give a little bit of a spoiler. In episode 3, we're going to their main base. The whole episode, or at least a big part of the episode, will take place in their base. And it's okay. That's not that crazy of a spoiler.
Well, would you say Slumber Party is okay as a...
Yeah.
The designation?
Episode 3 is the Slumber Party episode. They go back to the main base. That's all you're getting.
It's like in Haikyuu when they go to the training camp, if that means anything to anybody.
Totally like the training camp.
In season 1.
I haven't seen Haikyuu.
Oh, Haikyuu's incredible.
I love Haikyuu!
I know.
I'm a convert.
I
It's
know.
okay.
You got all
You're
you.
busy. You don't have time to watch.
I'm out here just trying to survive, alright? All this merch is real, by the way. If you want to help us make more episodes, if you buy a shirt, that money literally just goes to us paying artists to help us make these
That's
episodes.
what it's for. Do the Daedrons have superpowers that are specific to the characters? Yellow and
yeah.
red have some
Yes.
overlap with super speed. Blue and black have some kind of super grace.
You see actually a little hint when red and black do their teamwork combo attack, and black has a little thing coming out of her mouth. That's a hint at a power that maybe has not fully manifested.
Yes.
Ooh, what is each of our favorite animes? What will the main base look like? You'll see the main base next episode.
Yeah,
so
you'll
no
see the main
spoilers
base
yet.
soon. But it will get. There's a lot more to the main base that maybe immediately meets the eye. If you spend some time really digesting what you're looking at, you may learn some things.
Hard to say favorite animes.
So hard to
Almost
say.
impossible.
Sean turned me onto anime by showing me Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann's gotta be up
And
there.
Gurren Lagann is basically, from a philosophical standpoint, is the only reason that Apartment D even exists.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
literally think that without that anime, we never would have created this studio.
Yeah.
It inspired us to pierce the heavens.
Time to go beyond the impossible.
Yeah. I also, as a kid, I really liked Outlaw Star.
Oh, that's a great one.
We did a whole music video for NSP called, was it 6969?
Yeah.
Where the ships get robot arms, and that's literally just because of Outlaw Star.
And isn't Danny's outfit in that based
Oh
on-
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Gene
Yeah.
Starwind.
Yeah.
So good.
Haikyuu is really up there for me. I just love. It's just so wonderful and it's so loving and so happy and so much about just like self-improvement and friendship and like male friendship. It's just, I love Haikyuu. I can't say good enough things about it. Attack on Titan also, like, so good. I can't speak for the last few seasons. And FMA Brotherhood.
Oh,
Forever
FMA
and
Brotherhood's
always.
awesome. Also, One Punch Man Season 1.
One
Yeah.
Punch!
That was like super foundational.
It was
for
just
us.
like flawless.
Yeah.
Especially episode. Well, actually,
Episode 1 is
the,
so good.
The flaw of season 1 is that the best episode from a Sakuga standpoint is episode 1.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
it's
a
like-
problem we used to have.
Yeah.
We would go way too hard, way too early, and then we could not build up from there. So we had to learn to exercise a lot of restraint to like stop ourselves from going too hard in our early scenes so that we could build up to a climax.
One might argue we are still struggling with that.
I
Still
think this
learning.
built up pretty nicely.
This definitely.
We did a good job. That's what how
Our
we
rhythm
kept
works
it
pretty
right.
well.
It's getting there.
Are there going to be any meta jokes or pop culture references?
Oh,
We do
definitely.
a lot.
Always.
Like,
Always.
it's very specific pop culture. Like, we're not going to reference a lot of, like, current events or, like, mainstream pop culture, but we reference a lot of Saturday morning cartoons, 90 cartoons, anime, tokusatsu, stuff like that. But there are lots of references wherever you look.
So all the backgrounds, they're all made out of wood. We have this really amazing tool called a laser cutter.
Hell yeah.
And it's like the perfect tool for what I was describing earlier about adapting like 2D into stop motion. Because with a laser cutter, you literally draw 2D pictures and then the laser cutter cuts it out of wood. So all these buildings are cut out of wood with a laser based on drawings that we made. Not based on, like literally they are replicating the drawings we made.
Rocco's in the chat. Hi, Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco is our art director and production designer. Rocco made everything.
Rocco made everything. They're also the body actor for the Big Bad. Oh, look here, look here. You get like one frame or two of Black's like weapon. Oh, Sean, talk about how you did that lightning effect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this lighting was super fun.
So most of our special effects, even if they're composited in afterwards, are shot practically and then like added on top of the other stop motion.
Yeah, a lot of this it's a stop.
Tab.
Nah, this is VLC.
Boo.
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 Like, doesn't it like kind of let you tab, but just like only in one direction or some stupid
If
crap?
anybody knows any programmer at VLC, tell them to add frame by frame to it, please.
Yeah, for real.
We can switch to QuickTime real quick.
I
if you
could have
wanna-
sworn that this was a thing.
Y'all are about to get crazy here.
Alright.
Let's
Alright,
calm
alright.
down.
But yeah, it's a stop motion technique called light painting, where you do a long exposure and basically I wear like a black opera glove and have a flashlight with special gel on the front and dance it around screen. And so that's like all of this stuff. But then this is a plexi that it's shining through. But then these frames are a new thing that happened like really near the end of production, where it's still light painting, but it's on our down shooter, where you have a camera looking down into panes of glass. And usually we have like something on the top layer and something on the bottom layer. For this, I took the flashlight, rolled up another gel, and put it underneath the glass and kind of danced it around. And so it's like the point of light from the flashlight, like right here, and then all of this is the tube, and all of it is refracted through the top layer of glass, and it looks like lightning. So,
I don't understand any of what you just said.
rough pink moment.
Well, we can draw a diagram if anybody really wants to know. We're thinking about doing educational videos, like how-to videos for stop motion on our Patreon. So if anybody wants an episode about this lightning glass painting thing, let us know. We'll make it.
Comment on our Patreon, and then we'll know.
Yeah.
If you look at
Discord.
if you look at like the background, you can see it's not like totally flat black. That's the bottom of the stage that I was shooting on.
Like the floor?
The floor. There's some dust on the down shooter up there.
The question about how to deal with burnout is so relevant right now.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're all sick?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did better on episode 2. Episode 1 was pretty brutal, but I feel like we were like we were fairly healthy on episode 2 by comparison.
I feel like the two tools I have for dealing with burnout. The one is, for us, like, there are periods of time where we have no choice but to be all in all the time, and then eventually it's over, and there's like downtime. And I think we used to stress about the downtime, and now we try to, or at least I try to own the downtime. Like, when things start to slow down.
Yeah.
Own it, because eventually things are going to pick up again. But the flip side is sometimes you're in the middle of the uptime, and you're already burned out. And Sean was recommended this book to me called The War of Art, not to be confused with The Art of War. And basically, like, the core message of it is what separates a professional artist from, like a hobby artist is that a professional art makes art when they don't want to. If you think of any other job you have, you probably don't always want to be doing it, but you show up and you do it anyway. And you kind of have to treat your art that way, and honestly, to me, in a way, you have to almost, like, kill what makes it special. You can't be like, this is the space where I only play, where I only go for fun. You have to say, like, this is my discipline that I want to work at. The difference between something that the difference between a discipline and, like, a hobby is a discipline you attack every day, no matter what. A hobby you pick up for fun.
I think it's really important to cultivate a space where you can do that play, though, because I think I get very burned out, but what heals my burnout is having a hobby that I cannot make part of my professional space. So I can't animate for fun so much anymore. I can't, like, storyboard for fun so much anymore. What I do for fun is, like, embroidery or, like, other hobbies that you cannot connect with what you're burned out about is super duper helpful, because you need that space to play and be creative if you're a creative person. And if it's not going to be this thing that you're making your discipline, it has to exist somewhere else.
Speaking of a creative person, our friend Java Noodles is in the chat. Java Noodles is a really awesome 2D artist. If you're not checking them out on YouTube and Instagram, you should totally follow them as well.
Yeah.
I will also say for healing burnout, consuming art that's not for specific explicit research, So just, like, go to an art gallery or a museum or go to the library and just browse through, go to a garden or just go take a walk, take a hike, go just, like, absorb other creative, beautiful stuff and, like, recharge yourself by, like, just simmering in things that are beautiful or inspiring or just interesting and cool. And that will definitely recharge you. And stuff that it's not for research, that's very important. You're just there to vibe with it.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm just trying to see what we do with this stupid audio, echo. I want to, like...
It seems when we fuck with the video, it tends to trigger an echo, or so I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Well, hope it's not too echoey, everyone. I'm, like, looking at, like, our 2 audio bars, and I'm like, what if we, like, went mono instead of stereo or something?
I think we, for future live streams, we gotta, we'll test things out and, really get the setup working.
Yeah.
This is the raw, uncut Apartment D, baby. I hope episode 3 doesn't take too long to make. Us too. We're really trying to get another one out as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Max is
and
writing
it's
it right
here.
now. I don't want to lock us into that schedule necessarily, but that's the goal. Max is writing as we speak. Should we expect bromance between Pink and Yellow? We're excited for all the dogs like relationships and friendships to grow. And we'll see which ones come to the surface.
Yeah. Actually,
Yellow is everybody's friend.
well, something that I think is really, really, I don't know, heartwarming, from episodes 1 and 2, you know, early on and during the Kickstarter, we were like, oh, maybe, like, Yellow and Pink are, like, Froy and Hobbit, and they're always making meta jokes, and, like, Red's doing this thing with, like, this character, but Blue and Yellow's friendship has just very naturally evolved, and, yeah, they're just, like, best friends and totally vibe, and, it's, like, super charming.
No spoilers, Katie.
This is not a spoiler.
It's my son.
This is one of our cats, Crunchwrap Supreme. Crunchwrap, say hello to everybody. Bite, bite,
Good
bite.
boy.
He's being really good right now.
You want to hit play?
All right, we're gonna start playing again. We'll take it from spinning disc, and hopefully the audio echo goes away. We messed with the settings a little bit. Fingers crossed.
This is our chance to
Sorry, I'm
save
busy holding Crunchwrap. I can't look at questions right now.
Aw, what a good boy, Crunchwrap.
It's been really good.
It's time to give you a boost.
Bam, 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 bam. Boom! This shot's wild also. All of them are filmed separately.
Yeah, we wanted each dog to hit like a really clean pose, and we wanted a lot of control over it.
That's teamwork,
It's
baby.
silly.
You really would get yourself killed for us, wouldn't you?
Aww.
We did stuff too.
So good.
Does that mean you'll stay?
Set me down.
Listen, Pop,
You think you have stopped
He's
me?
vibing.
You've only done
What is that?
Bite me.
Oh, cool. That's like an actual
Yeah, it's not wool. It's actually cotton or like fiberfill.
Oh, the secret is.
It's fiberfill, which is synthetic wool or synthetic cotton.
A lot of it comes from American Girls and other dolls. There's like the way that reacts to UV light, especially, does a lot of fun things.
Our day job is animating toys for toy companies, and we've done like a bunch of American Girl series, and we always have to pull the stuffing out of them to put armatures in them. So we have a lot of American Girl doll guts laying around.
Oh man, it's hunter time!
Have I not done this floor dump yet? Hunters are guiding council. Creative
Also, shout out to Yuya Takeda. That nebula background is from a Packy maze.
Nice.
Looks like I found you just in time. That thing must have been jamming my signal. I think it's time to get you guys out of here.
So fun.
No, this can't be! I haven't lost yet. I will make my Lord Regent proud.
Oh, it's royal time.
That one like frame of Royal is so scary. It's
Yeah.
so, it's like the beast from over the garden wall.
Oh yeah.
Something really fun too, actually. For anybody who was on our Patreon, they get to see like a work in progress a week earlier. and the ending in the work in progress is completely different.
Yeah.
We had a completely different plan for how this was going to end. Saffron does something completely different, but we just realized it wasn't setting up episode 3 the way we needed it to. So, literally, like, the day before this premiered, we completely changed the ending. So, if anybody joins that, you'll see a completely different version of how the story ends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Big Bad. Yeah, Void down the sea. Yeah, Hunter.
Yeah, everybody.
Everyone crushed it.
Everybody had big reactions to Michael come back. Thank you, Michael, for being the voice in our show.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
Yeah, our Big Bad is down, but he's not out.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned.
Yeah, he's basically been banished as punishment.
Well, we'll see more of him eventually.
Maybe.
That question about Corgis have these little dots on their faces that look like eyebrows. It's like a real Corgi.
Yeah, totally.
And like Rottweilers do that too. They got cute little eyebrows. He's the big foot.
What's Bunny Mallet?
Hello?
I think that's a E-series.
Hey, I'm glad that the live stream cheered you up. I was so stressed out because we totally lived doing this. I almost gave up and went home. So I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad that it helped you.
Yeah, it's been super fun. I know we're still learning, and thank you guys for being super patient with us as we get our YouTube legs under us.
Yeah, we're learning slowly but surely.
Oh, somebody had a
Also,
little
thank
question.
you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Somebody had a question about seeing Mochi in episode 3 in person. See it right here.
What does it mean? Stay tuned
It's
to
Mochi
find out.
time!
Oh, an old French-Japanese show. It's on YouTube.
Ooh, definitely gonna check that out.
What a
I'm glad you guys
crossover.
like the BTS stuff. We like sharing it. It's very
Yeah.
cool. It's so handmade, this show, which is part of what makes it stand out, I think, and what we think is so special about it.
Yeah.
This shot is just like so cool. I remember,
Dude, Neil crushed it.
and you know, originally it was just the overhead shot, but we like did that shot, and then when Max was talking with Neil, you guys were like, wait, what if we did it again from a different angle?
Yeah, it was just too
It was
cool
just too
to do
cool.
once.
It's so awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, so
so
the way
sick.
that is, do you guys want to talk about how we animated that?
So there's literally, no, go to the BTS version of it.
Okay.
So there's literally like a foam core floor that we could cut through to make those cracks happen, like frame by frame. And then we had a light under it to make all that light happen, but then separately we put a flashlight under that big foot to make that light happen. That's Asante, the voice actor of Ruff Yellow. That's me being looped by a light. Our lights are very bright when we make this. Yeah, you can literally see like a little flashlight there under the foot. And then we swap to that laser cut floor.
Would you not?
We swap from the foam core to like a laser cut floor to make that like that stomp happen. And Rocco did this really cool thing where he attached all the laser cut floor pieces to
like black fabric.
yeah, like a stretchy fabric, so that we could actually animate the floor kind of like collapsing in. All of episode 1, my dream was to have like breakable terrain and like collapsible concrete, but we just like didn't get to make it happen in the first episode. So in the second episode, I was like, we have to have this moment where we do this. That's like so essential, I feel like, to like a good Power Ranger vibe, basically.
Definitely.
Or at least like to like any giant monster stomping through a city vibe. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a very fun one. That's my real dog Hugo in a silly pose.
He looks
He looks insane in that picture.
Aw, he's so cute.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then these are all the other drawings that our friend Robin did. with their non-dominant hand while holding or through an oven mitt to get the aesthetic of Mochi drawing themselves.
I figured his Mochi's superhero landing drawing.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, these are so much fun.
Oh yeah, for that like stomping on the concrete, I literally like came over to Rocco and I was like, and I showed him like a TikTok that I had found, and it's somebody like walking on ice and like breaking it, but with like boss music playing. Crunchwrap.
Bro.
Come here. Look at this.
He's orange. What are you gonna do?
Hey, give him to me.
Come here, orange boy. You're going to get exiled just like the big bad if you keep acting up.
So the next episode, I'm aiming to have the next episode come out before the end of the year, which, so far the script, besides the fact that I didn't write yesterday because I was sick, the script is technically on track. If I'm a good boy, I'll go home and I'll write today, and then I'll get us back on track. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, the outline that we have for it is like super good.
I need help, so I made Hunter a bigger part of episode 3.
Ooh,
but as a result,
very cool.
Black has kind of dropped out, and I'm like, maybe Black needs like a little C plot.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know what it should be, so I was gonna ask you guys that question later.
Time to writer's workshop it.
Yeah.
Crunch will also help.
Yeah.
Where are you going, buddy?
Crunchwrap is the sixth danger dog.
Truly.
You are so hairy, my love.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a Kamen Rider pose in this. However, in another NSP music video that we worked on, Galaxy Hamster, we have Galaxy Hamster do like the full Kamen Rider henshin.
In that one, he also does Kamen Rider kick. I imagine that a Kamen Rider kick will definitely be happening in Danger Dogs at some point.
Hey, just about moving to a new state and being uneasy with it. All three of us are not. We live in Los Angeles, and none of us are from Los Angeles.
No, we all moved.
Yeah, Sean and I moved here from New Jersey, like 2 weeks after graduating college, and I would say, at least for the first year, I at least hated it here.
It took me about like 2 to 3 years to feel like this was home, and that's it's a long time to give a place a chance. But now I really have found my people, and I love living here.
I think we all always knew why we were here, and that helped justify it through the hard times until the times got better. And now I've met my wife here. Not just my social network, but my community is here. And like I would say in many ways, Ruff Danger Dogs wouldn't be possible unless I was here. And all of that happened. None of that was necessarily like part of the plan when I moved here. You know, it takes time for these things to manifest. It takes time for the actual meaning of that journey you're on to come into like complete fruition. And it's when you're at the beginning, it's hard to tell why any of it's happening.
Yeah.
But you'll find your community, and I'm glad that this can offer you some comfort and like bright spots as you're going through like a big transition phase. I know that's always really, really tough, but we're happy we can be there with you and for you as you do it.
Yeah.
Bye, Trey.
Bye.
Rock on, Trey.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I think the conversation is continuing on the Ruff Danger Dogs Reddit, which we have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Or I should say,
we should check that out.
But yeah, like we didn't make it and we don't run it. It's a fan-supported Reddit, and we're just really happy that it exists.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay.
I think that's maybe it. Any like last questions or comments, and then we'll get out of here.
Los Angeles, yay!
Yeah, Los Angeles.
It's a big city with
Yeah.
a lot of really different people, and there's so many communities that are out here. So, yay! I hope she's having a good time in LA. It can mean a lot of things to live in LA, but we like it. Anytime, I'm trying to get a plushie soon. All right, yay!
Oh, thank you.
Yay, plushie!
Peace.
Yeah, I literally ordered myself like 4 plushies.
Yeah, oh, I'm so excited for the plushies.
Yeah, I ordered one that I was like, I should have got 2.
I got one for me, one for the voice actor that plays Ruff Yellow, one for the studio, and then a spare one to give to one of the children in my life.
Yeah. When will episode 3 be completed, do we think?
My aim is it'll release in December.
Yay. Will we get to see Hugo next stream?
Definitely.
Yeah. We will not be sick, and we will not have technical issues.
Well, we'll have fewer.
We'll have fewer. We're learning.
We'll
but
do it in a dog space instead of our cat space.
Yeah. This is the back room at Cammy and Sean's place. Next time it'll be at Max's place.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks so much, you guys. It's been so fun. So much more fun than we were expecting. This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you all for
thank
joining.
you so much.
If you haven't watched both episodes, check them out. If you want to be part of our Discord, go over to our Patreon. I think if you give $5 or more, then you get to join our Discord where people get behind the scenes access. Patreon gets a work in progress version of the episode a week early. They get a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of special announcements. There's a monthly Q&A where you can ask us questions. And more than anything, any dollars that you give us just go to the show. None of us has made any money off of Danger Dogs. In fact, we are currently losing money off of Danger Dogs, but it's important to us to make it, and we want to make it for the fans like you guys who have gathered around it. So any money you give really just helps us keep making it. There's an incredible team of artists in these credits that you can see that go towards making this show. We're all really passionate about it, and right now, while animation kind of as a whole kind of feels like it's in dark times, it's really special to be able to create a space where everybody can do what they do best and still feel like professional artists.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, thanks everybody. Now we're going to struggle to figure out how to turn off this stream.
Well, and, thanks to all the artists who helped make this possible, everyone who supported and supports it.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Every view, every share, every time you tell somebody about it, it just means so much to us. So thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else you want to see, any merch you want to see, any character ideas you have, any fan art you want to share, we're here. We're real people, and we do see almost every single piece of fan art that tags us. We see it. So
yeah.
And we love every single one of them. So yay! Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh wait, we should do the thing. Oh, unless it's not.
What do we do?